Here. See how long it take the eyeball to come on. Boom, 6 seconds. So I'm just going to show you the genesis of things again. And how people in our communities that ain't into the bullshit that you motherfuckers be into in fucking Dallas. We ain't into all of that bullshit. So y'all ain't gonna play in our fucking faces in Detroit, trying to fucking play all these motherfucking games and all of that shit. Let me let you hear Layla Ali, and then maybe you'll understand why the fuck I protect my fucking family name. And I'm gonna keep protecting it. And why I knew what happened in Philly, it wasn't no fucking accident and no fucking jealous. It's the same shit they trying to kick with us with Mo 3.
First, I have got to address the lies and the fake narrative that's been created years ago. Now, someone's gotten way too comfortable dragging my name and even using my father's name to get attention and clout. Now, in case you haven't heard it, her story is that I didn't support her and I didn't pass the torch because of my jealousy and envy over her accomplishments in boxing. She says that I disrespected her and I started talking about knocking her out simply because I was bitter that she's outdone me. I've seen a lot of the comments. Many of you have good discernment and understand what's really going on here, while others have believed her lies over the years or have formed an opinion without having all the facts. Now, originally, I wasn't even going to give this my time or attention because I really don't engage with people who thrive off of negativity, drama, and buffoonery. But I'm not about to let someone with bad character continue running freely, dragging my name without accountability.
That's not gonna happen.
Come on now, listen. Layla Ali is just Muhammad Ali's daughter. And
No, come on, we ain't gonna do that.
no, that is
Come
right.
on, come on, Layla can rumble though.
And Wolf would have knocked Layla Ali out. You know, she would have knocked Layla oh so pretty ass out.
So this right here is the consequence. Now, I have been busy working on other projects.
I've been busy working on other projects. Y'all just see me here every day. I'm working on other projects too. Somebody trying to be in my business. Yeah, y'all keep sending motherfuckers over here trying to, oh, is he this and he that? Y'all worried about what my name is. Y'all worried about my daughters. Y'all worried about a whole bunch of shit that you need to mind your motherfucking business. How much money I make, that ain't none of your fucking business, you the cops. Yeah, y'all talk too much on this internet. You know what my project has been? To tie everybody up that is involved in the Mo 3 murder.
That required all of my time and focus, which is why I'm just now saying something. But honey, I have made the time to address this. So today, the bad guy ain't getting away. Now let's hit rewind because we really need to see what's happened over the years, what got us here. Now I'm not about to do the whole he say, she say thing, so let me show you some receipts. I first met her in 2012 when she was invited on stage to stand next to me when I gave my father his Liberty Medal. At some point, she reached out, started asking me for advice, wanted to know if she should go to the Olympics a second time or go pro. She would also call me and let me know when she was fighting. Now, at the time, I was one of the hosts of We Need to Talk, an all-female sports commentary show that still airs on CBS. I asked the producers if we could do a story on her. They agreed. So I got on a plane, flew to Colorado, and did a full sit-down interview with her. Now, this is just a shortened version of the 6-minute piece that aired on CBS in 2016. "21-year-old Claressa Shields is..."
And this is I'm using this under the Fair Use Act.
Confident as her right hand is powerful. Soon, Clarissa will be heading to Rio for the Olympics to try and do something that has never been done before. I sat down to talk with her about changing history and being a positive spark for her hometown. You should have heard the story by now. The one about a kid from Flint, Michigan, who has gone toe-to-toe with adversity and stands undefeated.
But I'll always go back to Flint and help.
I know that when I was fighting with any of my struggles that I had to overcome, or anything that I was upset about, whether it be something personal or something going on in the world, I would use that anger, and take it into the ring with me and channel that energy into the ring. Have you ever done that?
I did that a lot. I was going through stuff back at home, but I would have a boxing match and I would take out everything I was going through on the girl, and that kind of helped me because after I boxed, that was my ultimate high, and I felt like my life was perfect for at least 2 weeks. So
Clarissa's father, a former underground fighter, was passionate about boxing.
he went on to tell me that Muhammad Ali's daughter, Layla, took after him. And he was like, and my dad, he says to this day, Layla's a bad girl. He says all the time. He said, nobody in our family took up boxing. I thought when he told me that, he was telling me to take after him.
Clarissa beat the odds to win gold in 2012. When the Olympics start in August, she'll try to be the first American boxer to win back-to-back gold medals. Everybody's going to be fighting you harder. Everybody's going to be trying to elevate their game. They're going to be running harder. They're going to be training harder. They're going to be dreaming about beating you. How are you preparing for that mentally and physically?
Honestly, I've learned how to beat every fight.
Do they seem like they enemies? Somebody took a chance on her. I took a chance on a couple people in the Mo 3 sector, and they took that chance and they squandered it because they just don't believe shit stink until I make them smell that shit. And Layla Ali is making her smell the shit. So Ratchet TV wants to go live. Let me go to my drink.
What's up, everybody? Today I'm about to go shopping for the party on Saturday. Let's go.
Is on scene on video at the rec center leading up to, all of the events we're talking about. The other car, the Toyota, is there as well. And we believe the people in these vehicles are working together.
We believe the people in these vehicles are working together. That's what the Philadelphia District Attorney said during a press conference. Not person, people. Multiple individuals working together in what happened to Kata Scott. Conspiracy charges have been filed, 2 vehicles on surveillance, a stolen car, a burned car. Evidence showing this wasn't one person acting alone. But here's what's remarkable. Before Keon King was ever arrested, before any charges were filed, before anyone knew about 2 vehicles or a conspiracy, Kata's aunt went on social media and said 3 people were involved, and that a jealous female played a role.
I would tell you that it's 3 people.
A jealous female. I don't want to hear no more from her. She said she a seer. And I told you, even a clock without no batteries is right 2 times a day. It's still dead.
There are human female remains that were found in a shallow grave on the grounds of an abandoned school, and they are believed to be 23-year-old Kata Scott, the Philadelphia woman who has been missing for a couple of days.
Based on a tip that came in last night through the night, investigators began the process of following up on that tip this morning, starting around 10 o'clock this morning, following up on that tip. And the tip was very specific that led us back to this location here today.
When I heard she had been found, I thought she was found alive, only to find out that it was her remains that had been found. Jeez. But here's the thing, guys. The police had been in that area for almost a week. And from what I recall, she wasn't hidden well, which means they wouldn't have missed her.
From what day did they go back? This is from Wednesday. I told you. That's across the street from where the fuck I went to school. I was talking about that on live. I don't know who be listening to the lives. Somebody could have gave a tip. It wasn't me. I'm just talking about Ratchet TV covering it. So you think I didn't know about the cop? See, that's what you get for running your fucking mouth trying to hire motherfuckers. Yeah, trying to hire people to do dirt. Especially in my neighborhood. You got me fucked up. Nigga, I will beat you. Yo, Ratchet TV, I will beat you from limb to limb and smack your ass against every fucking tree in this park. My whole fucking family stays down there. We ain't never heard of nobody go missing. Yeah, y'all had to put that fucking body back there because I showed East Germantown witches. Y'all sent me a fucking email, wanted me to join, and I just named who? The mayor of the city. Yeah, you a bitch. Bitch, you didn't go to the school with me. I don't remember you. It was 13 of us that went down and had to speak in front of, I told you, all of the people down at the superintendent's office. We had to give a speech. And my dream was a remake of K's dream. I Have a Dream speech. When you start thinking about you more powerful than some person and you think that, yeah, you a demon, I show you you ain't a demon. And I show you how you being delivered to me. So when you come to Philadelphia to refute these charges, you, Terrain Hicks, look how they spell murder with the 3. Kiki. You don't remember the girl that used to be on your panel? It was Kiki twice.
Her if she was there when they did their initial search. You know what this means? Somebody probably had to move that body there and tipped the police. Also, apparently the brother was suspiciously coming out of the nursing home when people were trying to get out. Like, why was her brother coming out of the nursing home while people were trying to go in? Allegedly, the brother also pulled out his bang bang on them, telling them to get back. And then there's a Gabby that people are also giving the side eye, because she seems to be saying a lot, but also saying nothing at the same time. Honestly, this whole story isn't making any sense, and all these people sporadically calling with tips is hella suspicious. But let's break down everything to the T. Okay, the thing is, Kata was last seen by her mother on October 4th when she was leaving for work at a nearby nursing home. But on that evening, Kata arrived at work, but left prior to her shift's completion. The next day, when she didn't show up, she was reported missing. And the family told police that in the days leading up to her disappearance, she had told them and her friends that someone had been harassing her via phone. Apparently, she was in communication with an individual called Keon King, and that she appeared to meet with him very shortly after she left work on October 4th. After the report, the police actually asked the public's help in locating King's vehicle, a 1999 metallic gold Toyota Camry with a Pennsylvania license plate of MSX0797, which they believe Kata Scott may have been in, and later that day, police confirmed that King's vehicle was found in an apartment lot. They received 2 tips. The first led them to an Elementary School where they said they recovered evidence of value, and the second that led them to the vehicle connected to Kata's disappearance.
Of course, when the case was reported, people started asking questions because there were things that just didn't make sense.
For starters, some of Kata's social media stuff disappeared, and they were not removed by the police because they would obviously want to keep it open to monitor for any activity. The other thing that people found out is that she left her car behind but took her phone, which was strange. And by the way, she never went into details about the nature of the harassment to her family or reporting it, unless, of course, that information is being withheld. Now, while searching the school earlier, the police located items believed to belong to Kata, including a cell phone case, an iPad case, glasses, and a card bearing her name. Then, days later, they reportedly got a tip telling them where to search. The police actually released a statement saying, while conducting a search of the property, investigators discovered a shallow grave and recovered human remains believed to be those of Kata Scott. This is a heartbreaking development, and our thoughts are with Kata's family and loved ones during this extremely difficult time. The Philadelphia Police Department remains committed to uncovering the truth and ensuring that justice is served. Apparently, the remains were found in a heavily wooded area after police received a very specific anonymous tip overnight, and officers began the search, and they found the remains located in a deeply wooded area behind Ada H. Lewis Middle School, an abandoned school near Aubrey Arboretum in Germantown. Wait, so you want to tell me the police had been out there searching that exact area for almost a week? A whole week. Yet when they finally find her, they were saying she wasn't even hidden that well. Now tell me how that works. Are we really supposed to believe trained officers combed through that spot over and over and somehow missed a body right there in plain sight? Or, and hear me out, did somebody move her there later and then conveniently tip off the police once it was safe to find her? I mean, it's really looking like the body was moved, but for now we don't know by who. Obviously, the first suspect would be King, but we have people suspecting that he wasn't working alone, which brings us to an alleged accomplice, Gabby. See, Gabby has been saying so much about Kata's case, including how she knows King, and people are just looking at her like, girl, what exactly do you know? First off, people are pointing out that Gabby's friend allegedly said Kata was dead before the news even broke. Like, how would she know that unless someone told her something? Then when people started questioning her, she started backtracking with this long, let me clear some things up post. This is what she wrote. I'm Gabby, and I want to clear some things up. For one, I did not know Kata personally. I knew her little sister. We were friends when I was growing up, but we grew apart when I was around 11 to 12. Throughout my whole life, me and Kata have probably exchanged 6 words to each other. We were not friends, just neighbors. Second, me and Keon were friends before any of this stuff happened. I had no idea about his past behavior. Before Kata went missing, Keon called me and asked if I knew her because he noticed she lives close to me. I told him that I did know her, but not personally. This was not out of the normal because Keon would usually call me to talk about girls. That was the entire conversation. We were on the phone for 29 seconds. I did not go to the cops about this information because, for one, he had already turned himself in. 2, there was not much to tell. We had a 30-second conversation where he asked me if I knew Kata. 3, y'all know how the streets are. I don't know where y'all are from, but around here, we don't talk to the cops. That's just the way I grew up. My sincerest prayers go out to Kata and her family. I pray she makes a safe return home. In her own words, she says she didn't even really know Kata, just her little sister from way back when they were kids. Fine. But then she admits she was friends with Keon, the very guy accused in this whole mess. And not just acquaintances. She literally says he called her right before Kata disappeared to ask if she knew her. Like, what kind of question is that? Also, that last line where she said, my sincerest prayers go out to Kata and her family. Pray she makes a safe return home. Would have been comforting if she hadn't already implied that Kata was gone before anyone officially knew. Honey, if you ask a lot of people, they will tell you they suspect Gabby knows more than she's saying. Did she know something ahead of time? Is she protecting someone? Or just trying to clean up her image now that people are connecting the dots? Then there's the brother situation, which makes everything even more sus. Why was he allegedly coming out of the nursing home just as people were trying to get in? And why did he reportedly pull out his bang on folks? Like, if you're grieving and trying to help, why escalate things like that? What was going on in there that made him act like he was protecting something? And don't even get me started on the random tips that suddenly started rolling in out of nowhere. First it's one call, then another, and somehow each one leads the police closer, but also further from any solid answers. Who are these people calling in, and why now?
What I'm wondering is whether Kata actually knew Keon King, because some folks think she might have left with him willingly,
friendly, at least at first. Maybe she didn't realize the danger. Maybe she trusted him. Or maybe they had some kind of prior connection nobody's talking about yet. Because the way things unfolded feels too smooth for a total stranger situation. Some people are even starting to wonder if this might have been a love thing gone wrong. Anywho, the other thing that people found out is that King is also facing charges in what officials call a similar case from earlier this year, in which a woman was allegedly kidnapped and strangled, but she survived. Those charges were dropped when the accuser failed to appear in court, but will now be refiled because we may be looking at a pattern here. Based on reports, in the first case, the prosecutor said King kidnapped a woman from in front of her car, threw her in her car, roughed her up, and eventually let her out. Yikes. So, in that first case, they said King literally snatched a woman right in front of her own house, threw her into her own car, roughed her up, and then just let her go. Baby, we have to ask, how many times does someone get away with something that terrible before it escalates into something worse? How did this man get the chance to do it again? Seriously, how many warning signs were missed? Why was a man with a near identical case allowed to walk free? And if the system failed to protect one woman before, how many others are out there who were silenced or too scared to come forward? At the end of the day, I'm just wondering whether Kayda's tragedy was preventable, or are we only now seeing the full scope of something that's been happening in the shadows all along? And most importantly, who else was involved? We still don't have all the answers, but I'd sure...
Now, while when I was getting ready to expose you, someone came in my chat, Lola Brown, and says, I'm in love with who? DJ Q and Ratchet TV. Stop fucking playing with me on this internet where your ass find yourself in the trunk. Don't play with me. Our eyes open over here. Yeah, we ain't wide shut. We wide open. Now, you can't go and be with witches and all these motherfuckers and don't expect to come out scratch. You can't put out a story about anything in Philadelphia and I ain't gonna go fucking find out what the fuck happened. Shout out to my people's age. I went and showed y'all. I'm trying to show y'all exactly what happened. Just the same fucking place, a different fucking angle. This from a citizen. Look, they won't let us play it. It don't matter if they let us play it or not. We already know what's up. We already know y'all on our jacks. We already know y'all listening to our fucking phone calls, but y'all killing people, and then there is a police officer involved. Y'all niggas is going to jail. I ain't even fucking doing nothing but covering the Mo 3 case. For how long have I been covering the Mo 3 case? If you don't believe shit stink, kiss my ass, just like I told y'all.